from Chicago, and Governor, welcome. I understand this is a grand gesture on your part to save the taxpayers' money. Is that so?
Well, let me say this, and I seek vindication. I have no desire, nor do I have any expectation that I'll end up being where you just said I might go. The reality is that there's a process in place. The federal government accused me of selling President Obama's Senate seat and all kinds of other things. They threw everything at me but the kitchen sink. We never put a defense on. They could not convict me of any of the corruption charges. 23 counts, no convictions. They went back and said that I lied to the FBI back in 2005, where I cooperated voluntarily, and the FBI wouldn't allow me to have a court report.
We remember. I said at the time you were being railroaded, that I thought Pat Fitzgerald went way beyond the facts in the case. You had a hung jury on 23 of the 24 charges. You did have that one lying conviction. You faced up to 5 years. As I understand it, you want the judge to sentence you on that 5 years and just to forget about the other 23 counts, or I guess there's 20 remaining now. Why in the world would the federal government agree to that deal, though, Governor?
Well, the reality is they already tried to convict me of the false allegations on the corruption charges. We didn't put a defense on. They were unable to show any of the corruption charges because it's not true. It's false.
We know that.
I want the process.
But why is the federal government going to cut you that kind of slack? You're not even saying that you're going to agree not to appeal the sentence of the one charge. You're not admitting to any guilt. Are you doing this? Is this for the press or for the courts? This motion that is as flamboyant as you are, with all due respect.
But this isn't flamboyant. The reality is they had their shot. We didn't put a defense on. They failed to convict me of any corruption charges because it doesn't exist. They got the one. I want the process to move forward so we can get the system to work.
Are you doing it because you're broke?
I just think it's wrong to waste taxpayers' money to continue to persecute me, to maliciously prosecute me, to pursue a vexatious prosecution where the right of free speech and a governor speaking freely on the telephone with his top advisors, his lawyers, world-class political consultants, including Bill Clinton's former political director, all of these conversations, the government makes tapes, and then they won't allow the tapes to be played in court. Less than 2% of the tape conversations were played in court.
You'll beat him again.
Well, in all likelihood, we fully expect to do that, but the reality is, what a bad use of taxpayer money. There are criminals out there, there are terrorists out there, there are corrupt politicians out there that they should pursue, and someone ought to pursue these people who've done this to me. The fact of the matter is, it wasn't anything like what they said it was when they told the big lies about me and had me ripped from office. What someone ought to do, an enterprising reporter, is ask what was happening on December the 9th, the day they arrested me, or December the 8th. What were they stopping? I've said all along, Rahm Emanuel, the president's chief of staff, was going to work with us and make a political deal that would create jobs, health care, and protect taxpayers from higher taxes.
They came in and stopped me. Is he? He's your mayor.
He is, and he was doing. He is, and he was doing the right thing, working to get things done for people. This was politics for a good purpose. They stopped it because they saw where it was going. That's the real story here.
As an attorney with vast experience, or some experience, over 40 years, I think the motion is a non-starter, but I do think that you've been persecuted by the federal government. I don't have a lot of time because of all the events in Japan and in Libya, but I want you to know I wish you and Patty, your wife, the best. I understand you met Adam West, Batman, at the convention. Good luck with that. Maybe you both go be our Cape Crusaders. Thanks, Governor Blagojevich.
Joe's been my plug.